Hi, I'm Pete Vincent. I've run West Country Boat Repairs now for over 20 years. We are complete specialists in sailing dinghy repairers, and in this series of videos we're going to try and pass on to you some of the simple little tips that we've learned about how to do some repair work yourself on your own boats. Welcome to our next video in home repair guides for something you can do at home. This is a Stratos. We're looking at a very common situation, actually happens on a lot of boats, and we actually have a big crack in the deck hole joint on the transom lip. Very common situation. There's an awful lot of boats that have got this situation like this. Most of the RS range, Laser 2000, I'm looking at a 505 over there, 420s, all have this situation. Small incident with quite often going around marks, somebody's hit you from behind. The other very common situation is getting the boat off the launching trolley in the water. You haven't gone deep enough, and funny enough with 200s, getting it off the road trailer, you ground the boat, and that will quite often cause damage here. Why is this important? On this boat it really is important, because this boat is going to leak through here, and I'm going to also quickly show you also in the same video how to do a leak test. First important thing on a leak test is most of the boats have a breathe hole. The breathe hole is there so that on really warm days, as the hot air inside the tanks expands, it can release the pressure, otherwise the expanding air could do harm to the inside of the boat. In RSs it's behind there, behind the top rudder fitting. On the Laser it's underneath the front of the tow strap. So you need to find that before you start putting pressure in and put some tape over it. No problem at all. Okay. You also need to actually have something to inflate the air with. We've actually drilled a hole through the hatch cover. You don't have to go to that extent. Most boats have a bung hole. You can put the tube into there. Just put tape around it to make sure it's sealed. What you definitely do not want to do is use electric pump, even something that's operated off your car battery, to blow air in, because you can actually put too much air in too quickly. We just simply use a little hand pump as you would use to blow up a lilo. That's more than enough to actually pump enough pressure into the inside the hole to create the pressure, and it will soon detect the issue. We're just using good old fairy liquid or any other equivalent product with a bit of water in to create some bubbles, and we will literally just go around and put this soapy water over joints, fittings that you suspect might be relevant. Put the pressure in, it will blow bubbles out. This one is actually so bad that in actual fact you can actually hear the air escaping in big time, and it will literally just create huge bubbles. There you go, blew it out. If that much air can escape, water will get in, and this is the reason why you actually want to tackle this deck hole joint. One, it's also structural, but also the boat will severely leak, and as this is right on the waterline, it will take in quite a lot of water. Very common situation in lasers, that where it sits on the launching trolley, the deck hole joint gets damaged there by the supports. Very common situation. How many lasers we've repaired, like, it's going out of fashion. But it's something you can easily do at home. Wherever you have the joint, you want to actually, one, get all the water out from inside the boat, so there's no dampness going to come into there when we're trying to repair it. But you need to quite often turn the boat over to use gravity to actually come out. So how do we tackle this? In actual fact, this is so bad that I can actually just pull out some of the joint that's been done here. In actual fact, what the situation is with all these boats, the boat is made in two moulds. So you have a hole in one separate piece, the deck in a completely separate piece. They then put the two together, and this joint runs right the way around the back of the transom, all the way around the gunnels, right to the front. And so in actual fact, if we don't tackle this, it is literally, the thing can start coming apart. Now that sounds quite severe, that's in extreme cases, but we have to definitely tackle this, and now we're going to show you how we would do that.
So the deck to holes joint at the transom, there's two lips. There's the deck lip, which is the upper layer of glass fibre, and then the hole lip is at the bottom. So you've got two distinct lips filled together by bonding paste, and it's the bonding paste in the centre that is fractured in this case. So we're taking this Dremel tool here to actually blast out the bonding paste that's in between these two layers. You want to make sure you don't go into the glass fibre upper lip and lower lip, because that will need repairing. And you can need, but you're reasonably straightforward with the right tools to do this. With a Dremel that's very easy to handle and project properly, no problem at all. But it's essential to get rid of all the fragmented material. Go back as far as you possibly can go, because we're really interested in getting bonding paste replacement into the depth, so it goes a long way back. If you just fill in the top couple of millimeters here, it will not last. So we use a Dremel. It's actually a multi-tool. Dremel is actually a brand name. There's actually quite a lot of choice on these. Brilliant. You can actually pick these up, good ones of these up, for like 35 quid. It's a really good investment for you, and you can buy lots of tools. We use a very simple cutting device on there, which you can get. You can also use this, which is a cutting wheel, particularly where you've got on lasers, you've got a much narrower deck to hole joint. That will do the job brilliantly well. That just simply fits into there and does the cut. And for really wide ones, you've got again another tool you can use, a burr feature, and that will actually get in and do a really wide joint, no problem at all. And you can actually buy boxes of these. Okay, again, I got that off Amazon, 45 quid, absolutely brilliant, and it does so much work on it. The great advantage of the Dremel is you can get it into really narrow joints, a lot easier to handle. If you're going to invest in any sort of tool to do work on your boat, this is the puppy to get. Really important to mention that hopefully you've picked up, if you can see it, when you're doing this sort of cutting, okay, very important, wear safety goggles. There will be some small fragments flying out, and you really don't want to get that in anywhere near your eye. So, but invest again, and they're not expensive, good quality safety goggles. Very important to wear when doing this sort of thing. Also, we would also recommend wearing gloves when the PPE situation actually subsides. We happen to have quite a stock of them before the actual lockdown situation went into place. So before anybody says anything, no, we weren't depriving the National Health Service of vital supplies. But again, I would wear gloves when handling this sort of thing. Very simply, just protect your hand. Right, to repair this, we're now going to actually, we've pre-mixed already some new bonding paste, and this is polyester resin with glass bubbles and some colloidal silica in. The glass bubbles actually gives it real strength, and the colloidal silica a bit of bulk, but you don't want to, it's turned into a reasonably thick paste. You don't want to make it too thick, but this is actually made this slightly thicker than we normally would, simply because this is we haven't been able to get this vertical. Obviously the Stratos weighs a ton, and we don't want it to flow back out. And the important thing we need to do here is we've loaded this into a syringe with a fine nose. So literally we can actually get the nose right into this joint. The whole idea is we don't just want to do a little bit of bonding paste right on the very couple of millimeters on the outside. We want this to get right in. We want to get real thickness of the new bonding paste into there. So as we're demonstrating here, you actually get the nozzle of the syringe right in, gently squeeze it out. You actually want, as I said, you want to get real depth into here. Sometimes, particularly when we've got the boat turned over vertical, you might have to come back and do a second refill, because as it subsides down, you might leave a little depth, void or depth behind. That's fine. Don't be worried. Don't be worried about leaving it actually standing a bit proud now. As I said, it will subside a little bit, and later on we will come, once that's gone off, we will come along and actually sand that actually flat. Once this has gone off,
And we've got really good temperatures today. It's still around about 18, 19 degrees, not direct sunshine like we've had for virtually 2 months in lockdown. Once this has gone off, and you'll know it's gone off because it will go, you can put your hand on it, it will not be tacky, it will be rock hard, and it will be really hard. We will just take a very simple sander to this, flatten this off, and then we will paint gel over the top of this to recreate it. So in actual fact, again, it's quite easy to actually make this so that nobody is aware that there's been any damage here. But this now will make the boat completely watertight, get rid of the leak, and also the whole joint area will not weaken any further. I hope that's been a real use to you. Again, it's a very simple thing to try at home. It's a very common problem you get. Please have a go yourself. If you've got any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. Please stay very safe during this awkward time, and let's enjoy sailing whilst now we've got the chance to do so. If you would like to know more about actually doing work on the boat at home, and you would like to have a go, we also have got a little companion booklet on GRP repairing that covers everything I've just actually talked about and more. It's laminated, it's small, you can have it beside you when you're trying to do work at home. We can easily mail order it. It's £7.95 plus postage and packing, and hopefully you'll find it very helpful. It has lots of pictures and photographs in there to show you, to help you guide through it. For those of us that are really keen to have a go themselves and would like to have a bit more knowledge and confidence, we do run one-day boat repair workshop courses. Of course, we can only be able to start these again once this terrible crisis is over, but it's a full-on one-day course, very hands-on. We will take you through every single stage, from glass fibring quite significant damage right through to polishing and hiding the repair right at the very end. I said it's very hands-on. You will do every single stage. It gives you the confidence to pick up tools and coarse sandpaper to prepare the surfaces properly, how to use the right materials and when, and the different stages to go through. £95 for the full day, including lunch and a copy of our booklet. As I said, once this is all over, we can actually run these on a pretty ad hoc basis quickly when's appropriate for yourself. And please have a go yourself. It will give you the confidence to actually repair a boat yourself at home. Please all stay safe, and let's enjoy sailing when we get the chance.